Spirituality supports reality. Spirituality supports reality. Spirituality supports reality. Spirituality supports reality. Spirituality supports reality.
This is an African set, more respect. I saw the light and now I got to reflect straight back. Here's a little message while you live, and what I got to give is somewhat positive. Spade, the brother's gonna serve rhythmatically. Pass up on to you what was taught to me. That was Afrocentricity about being spiritual. So here we go to proceed quite lyrical. Praise the one for which I pledge my stand. Peace to the creator, word to the motherland. I got to give it up, cause I'm down with Casa. Jumped in the circle, I was told we have to stand together as one in unity. Amongst ourselves, amongst our community. Strong, repelling the interference of genocide. Luther King died to keep the dream alive. Mandela, the fella served 25, still revived. Speaking, teaching others to survive. And look towards the Nubian place. Your mind is a waste if you don't know your race or heritage. History of the Afro-American. Who's truly African? There's no comparison. We're all the same underneath the skin, whether dark or light. You might be my kid, so I relate to my brothers and my sisters. See, to the east, to the east, to the east of me. We traveled over here by slave ship. I dropped a bomb on the Uncle Tom, who ain't hip. Straight to the situation of the Asiatic nation. I slapped him in the face with righteous information, stating this, educating only facts and reality. That's well supplemented by spirituality.
Spirituality supports reality. 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 Spirituality supports reality.
It's quite obvious who my ancestors were. It shows clear, but sometimes I see a blur of anger between me and the past. I look on to what I learned in school, but that's trash, the white man's words. So that's his story. For a sellout example, watch glory. Back to the present days, it's another phase. We strive to know about African ways, the culture, the language, the things that we're missing. Cast out your mind and start fishing. Listen for wisdom, seek words and knowledge. Peace is invited to the United Negro College. There's nothing to do with being black or white, but it's the state of common sense and knowing what's right, what's wrong, what's up and what's down. Put your eyes to the sky and 2 feet on the ground. Now how that sound from one who don't know much, but I know enough to flow. Speak my peace to each, my right, my freedom of speech, and at the same time teach a lesson, expressing myself like a riot, the voice of the unheard or the quiet. Although the chains of bond have been broken, the shackles of the mind is still holding on the same. Just as a rope and a chain, a whip on my back and a cross in flame. The 3Ks say we're inferior, no, so let's show that we're proud and spiritual.
Spirituality supports reality. 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 Spirituality supports reality.
Ujamaa means collective work responsibility. I'm trying to kick some knowledge, so listen to me. See, we are community that does help ODs for all of our sisters and brothers' needs. And many people will be better than one, so let's all unite and get the work done, such as joining hands and working on a master plan, so all the people of the motherland will understand to be more collective and responsible than the white man, cause I refuse to lose my faith and mentality. A strong black woman is what I plan to be, and I think I'm gonna make it, you see.
Yo, something tells me to kill him dead up in this piece. Angry frustrations I shall release, cause I'm about to let loose the beast. Ha! Hear ye, all you asshole MCs. It's time to throw a party.
Oh, we about to get started, family. I think I got it working now.
No man in this world I fear.
Those on Spreaker, family, if you on Spreaker, man, was coming through loud and clear. Oh my God, I got it all working, man. I'm excited. Here I come. Oh, man. Somehow I still make hits. Don't you ever like the space between an asshole and a man, we got to do it. We got to do it. I got to pop up, family. And I did not mean to take Tashin's song off. That song is hot. But I was trying to figure out, because it was going down. It was supposed to be random. The play is supposed to be random, but that was almost in order. It went minute by minute, then it went to spirituality, supports reality, then it went to Ujamaa Me. I remember because I was there when we made that shit. I know the order of my of the album that we worked on. So I'm like, yo, hold on, what's going on here? What's going on here? So I wanted to mix it up. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working with the new system. I'm trying to get it together. Hopefully, it's coming through a little bit clear. We got it at 720p. Let me demonstrate what I mean. Let me demonstrate what I mean when I say 720p. But it's only I'm only able to get it at about 30 frames per second. I'm only able to get it about 30 frames per second. We have already lost 516 frames. So what I'm going to do is I am going to reduce the amount of frames so that we don't have to worry about drops. You know what I'm saying? So rather than 30 frames, I'm gonna drop it to about 25 frames per second. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't have to worry about it getting dropped. But the picture should be a little bit bigger. It is not as clear as it was on the other one, but hey, I mean, shit, you know, I take it because it looked like I'm talking in tune. It ain't like I'm in a Chinese movie, you know what I'm saying? One of those old kung fu movies. At least it's not supposed to look like that. Now, when I was doing the recording, it didn't look like that. But family, I'm glad to be here with you. Man, oh man, I was up trying to get this together, lost total track of time. So, you know, I still got to get the ambrosia. Family that's out there waiting for the ambrosia, I haven't forgot you. I just got lost. I got lost in building last night. So let's go and make sure everything is in range so that we can have a successful toast. We're gonna experiment. Let's see if it's gonna work. Let's see. I hope. I pray. And I gotta check the sound too. Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water.
Or bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your
Let's
ancestors.
toast.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on. Pour it.
Move your body.
Move.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Water, drink your water. You know, we got to stay healthy on the show. That's part of the rules. But man, family, that was the first time that we played that on Spreaker. Man, I am so excited. But hold on. You know, we got to go and we got to salute. All right, Spreaker. What we doing right now is we're playing a commercial. So while the commercial is playing, I have to create something I have to do for you. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect myself. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, higher, to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warriors and to assist all those who are seeking the path to success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Well, I couldn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So what goes on when y'all see the commercial on the stream? I can't play the commercial for that. There's no way around that. So, I did a little talking, then I threw on some stuff, and y'all caught the end of Eddie Baird and Storm 9000, Black Airbenders, and that was Rashawn. Man, hey family. Whoa, hold on. Whoa. What? Okay, cool. Well, anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, so, of course, we're here to do the Daily Toast, but I want y'all to let y'all know that 11 steps, considerations for empowering African-centered organizations will be dropping. That's right, it's going to be dropping, and the book is by Elder Mariba Kelsey. Family, we had an interview with him. It was a spectacular interview. You need to go and check that out. I'll find a way to post up the link. And, of course, we're going to have him back on the show so that we can have some continuous discussion. A major supporter of Gye-Nyame, the founder of the Tawi Village, which Gye-Nyame is a part of. So, family, we will be releasing the book soon. All of those supporters already know that you will have a copy in your mailbox before everybody, right? Before everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because that's part of what we're doing here at Gye-Nyame. We exchanging value. So we're going to make sure that, we work out what we need to work out with Baba Kelsey. And then we're going to make sure that each and every last supporting member can get blessed with one of those books. We also have our newsletter that will be dropping. Miss Tracy will be leading that effort. So anybody that wants to get involved, you get in touch with me, or if you know Ms. Tracy, by all means, contact her. If you are a G&J supporter, that's going to be free. You know what I'm saying? If not, then, you're going to have to go to the store. You're going to have to come to the Gye-Nyame store and get it. All right, but anyway, family, let's also, you already heard, Sambo's got to go. Sambo's got to go. Sambo's got to go. Sambo's got to go. The Art of Black War Against the Black Enemy by C. Earl Allen Campbell III, family. You know what I'm saying? If you follow the timeline, you can get that book. Go and support one of the supporters of the show. Now, this one I won't be able to offer to the family because this is published by C. Earl himself. So, but we will show support. A good book. Go and check it out. Good information. All right. So now, next up. Let me make sure I get on my stream screen before we start toasting, so I can make sure if there's any madness, I could get at it. So we're going to go to our daily toaster screen, family, and it's time for us to toast. So today, I'm going to pull up some old. This might be 2, maybe 3 batches ago. But Sister Cynthia was good enough to pass it on. You know what I'm saying? She said, hey, she didn't want to waste it. She wanted a new batch. I feel you, but I like that old stuff. I like that mature stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, family, first giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator and we say the mighty words of Ashe. From there, family, we move to our personal ancestors. We lift up our glass and we salute those ancestors as we do here every morning, standing firmly on their shoulders. No wonder it ain't looking that good. That should be a little bit better. Let's see. Let's just check it out for ourselves. Yeah, that little bit of light makes a nice difference. All right. You can see I ain't had time to comb my hair this morning, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, family, we lift up our glass to our personal ancestors as we do every morning, and we say the mighty words of Ashe. And of course, we're gonna read down the list. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Penny Gasson, Lena, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittmanell, No More Ex, Pet Mont, Ron Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Albert Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullen, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Vita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merrill B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammond, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selva Lewis, and Andre Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hader Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles wow, I made it below Elder Amatet Wellman. Let's see. That's all the way down here. Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic and the Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Izzy Catning, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jay Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClender, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Darren Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Adam McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Euler and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Quillen and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Roy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ada Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath, Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston. I just went on autopilot and lost my place on the page. Earlington Houston, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, in West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, Aaron Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Braun, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Saunders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Hill Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Alver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We move on to the Black Book. We are on Joella Giles, James Carswell, Alberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Quasi Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jashandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Coleman, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Verger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jessica Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, and Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnilla Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Saber Winston, Chris Kenny, Margaret Mentor, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl Williams Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddles. Family, we lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors with the mighty word of Ashe, and also with the mighty works of our action. All right, family, one of my computers is about to cut off on me. But it is what it is. We still on here. We still streaming. We still doing our thing. But before it cut off, let me get it to do us one more service because I thought I had already. Oh, it's not on here. Huh. Where did I do it at? All right. All right. I'll take care of it later. Oh, come on now. There we go. I just put up the brother's book. I don't know what's going on here. But hey, it's good because it's working, family. Listen. All right. So we lifted up our glass to our ancestors. We called them all. Family, if you want to get on the Daily Toaster list, by all means, get on the Daily Toaster list. You can put your ancestors up now on the timeline. I'll go on and recite them before I move on, or I'll catch them at the end. But we lift up our glass and we salute those ancestors. We say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our time. The past was our ancestors' time. Now we get to move into our time, and Lord have mercy. We get to move into our time. But today is Ujamaa. As you can see by the green, we want to give all of the Ujamaa babies a rousing round of applause. Yep, the spiritual crowd is still here, family. The spiritual crowd is still here. Man, it feels good. 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 All right, so now we don't want it in the red. I want to turn my mic up a little bit on the Spreaker side of the game. But where we are right now is we are on Ujamaa. And what I want to do is, first of all, ask you to activate your reticular formations. Activate your reticular formations. And I want us to go out and if we can go out, but even in your home, where is Ujamaa happening in your life? Where is it at? Take a picture of it. Share it. You know what I'm saying? Share it, right? So, Ujamaa, for those who don't speak the language, Ujamaa basically means cooperative economics, which is something that we're really working on right now in Gye-Nyame right now, and we're trying to spread it out to all of the other communities that we're involved with. We're doing a process called Ujanomics, and we will be having a speaker on our DigiFest, at our DigiFest from Juneteenth to Malcolm X. We're going to be on June 20th. We're going to have a speaker that's going to come on and just really break down to us the principle of Ujanomics, right? But today, what I want to focus on, my battery went dead on my Chromebook, and I can't find my charger, and I don't understand what's up with that, but hey, that's life, right? That's how it flows. We're going to flow with it. We're going to work with it. So I'm going to turn off everything on my phone, which is cool. But anyway, dealing with Ujamaa this morning. For those who don't speak the language, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. And the myotic principle today is reciprocity. Gratitude is what we teach young people through the M7. The color is green, as I mentioned earlier. Polarity is the Hermetic law. Male name is Zhao. Female name is Ya. So family. We lift up our glass to salute this moment. We say Ashe. From this moment, family, we move into the future. If we don't handle our money, our business, and our money, if we don't handle our business in this moment, we give away our children's future. So we raise our glass to salute our children, to keep our promise. We raising the glass to say we're gonna keep our promise. We're going to keep our pact with our ancestors, and we're going to continue building family. So we raise up our glass, and we salute all of our future, our children, our children's children, on to infinity, right? And we lift up our glass, and we salute, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to all of our relations. We lift up that glass, we salute, and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, right? This is what we gonna do. From all of our relations. I like this scene. This is kind of dope. Right? From all of our relations, family, what we gonna do, we're gonna move to lift up and toast that selfish toast. And I know that for some of y'all that don't sound good. But this is that toast, family. It's coming from your heart that, those of you that's out here that's doing that work, you know what I'm saying? You need to take a moment for yourself. So we raise that glass up for you, right? Because I know how hard it is out here. Be hard out here for a conscious. You know how they say it's hard out here for a pimp? Pimp ain't got shit on being conscious. Just letting you know. That's manipulating. This right here, trying to help people that don't even know they need help, can be very draining. So family, I lift my glass up to you. That selfish toast, right? I want you in this moment to think about what it is you need in this moment so that you can move closer, one step closer to being the best you that you could possibly be. We raise that glass and we say, I say. From there, family, where do we go? From there, where do we go? It's a very simple step. From there, I want to raise my glass to the most beautiful, the most magnificent, to the most uplifting, the most outstanding, the most spectacular, fabulous individual in the room. I want you to stand up, spin around, hug yourself, kiss yourself, because I'm raising my glass up to you. That's right, to you. Family, I raise my glass up to you. And with that, you know what we say? What we say? What we say? We say, Ashe. Hold on, let me get the glass. Glass, sound good. Ashe. 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 Wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. You see, I did not watch that yet, but it will be watched possibly today when I get back. Family, so the title of the show to this morning was Stimulus Check or No. So let's go through our timeline. Let's see if I got my news feed. Get my news feed ready. The news feed ready. News feed looking like it's ready. Let's go and try it. Let's see what we're going to turn. We're going to surf the internet with this new baby here. Now, let me tell you the interesting part about, what was all that? All right. The interesting part about this whole new computer piece, right? Last night on my experiment, why am I falling off the edge like that? All right. And it look awful light on the screen. All right, I'll fix that later. But anyway, so it just asked me to add Hootsuite, and y'all just saw me do it. Y'all just seen me do it. Why they keep playing with me? Look, it's going to go ahead and do it. Oh, God, there we go with the foolishness. It's just, it's some fuckery that just will not leave you be. You know how they used to say in Roots, leave me be. Leave me be. Just leave me be. Let me go back and make sure everything is straight because I look like I'm falling off I am falling off the edge of the damn screen. What's going on here? All right. So I know how to fix that. Y'all hold on for a second. No, newsfeed. No, that's not newsfeed. That's newsfeed right there. I think after I got done doing this, after I got done last night, I'm trying to tell you, man, one of my kids got on here. Because I got on, it was some other stuff that was kind of not right. You know what I'm saying? It was some other stuff that was not right. That I was like, I did not leave this like that. Sitting up here looking like I'm falling off the damn screen. Anyway, so we're going to go and check out some of the posts and go through the news real quick. Then we're going to get up out of here. Oh, but tonight, oh, we got tribal quotes. I'm trying to keep the energy high for you so I come back. So we are going to cover a group of proverbs that we have not covered since 7/20/2016. Here they go. One who is equipped never trembles, the knowledge holders say. That's good. The words of earth are spoken to heaven, are weighed there, the knowledge holders say. Upon words is deceit made in the head. Once again, let's do it again. Don't look like the picture adjusted on that side. Let me see what's going on here. Oh. Let's see. Look like I still fell off the side of the screen. What the hell? Oh, I didn't shift it. Okay. Boom. There you go. Now it adjusted. Okay. Now it adjusted. Let's go back there. All right. Let's go. Is that better? That better? You know what I'm saying? All right. So, the words of earth are spoken to heaven and are weighed there, the knowledge holders say. Upon words is deceit made in the head. Last but not least, last but not least, my God. The flame of fire of blessing, it comes to those who gather about the throne of blessedness, the knowledge holders say. All right, so we're going to have us a good conversation tonight. Even though none of those moved down to May, I think she should have said something on the second. Girl, you just, I can't do this with you. Well, anyway, let's go. All right. Now, all right, so let's go down the timeline. This is okay. So the interview with Dr. Kelsey is right at the top. I will be attaching the link for the book, and the link is, it's kind of fly. I liked it. So we're going to get the link together. All right. So, family, we caught up in the rapture of possibly another round of stimulus checks, and the Great Pumpkin is on the rampage. Unstoppable force that the Great Pumpkin is. Linus warned us about it years ago. He said it. They had a show about it, predicted this whole thing. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And the pumpkin is on the rampage. We're going to go through the news real quick. So while the world is raging and battling pandemics, some people have some foresight in Congress to be like, this fool about to start a war. He needs to take attention off of everything that is popping off with this COVID-19, with this crumbling economy, and rather than put money in your pocket, they're going to send your sons and daughters off to war. So they tried to throw Iran war powers resolution, which would limit the Great Pumpkin's power to wage war on Iran. They should have just put one on waging war. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just like, give us a head up before you do some shit, please. I just, drop us a email, send us a text. Because, if we got group text on G&J Media, I know they got group text for the Senate and Congress. You know what I'm saying? I know they got to have some type of group text system. I know some of y'all don't believe it, or just don't. We don't beef on social media like that. We shouldn't. Great Pumpkin, but you do. But he vetoed that shit. So family, now we just heard about the Chinese saying that they did something in the China Sea. Russia and we just sent some ships into some waters that are international waters, but Russia, control that area. Russia warned them, we're watching you. And now they are passing some type of resolution to try to limit war powers. So while we are caught up on this COVID thing, other shit is happening. So don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. See, one of the key ways to, once again, ramp up an economy after trouble, at least the old-fashioned ways, was war. Just saying. Now, do we have an economy that needs to be ramped up? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. So let's move on. Y'all can read that for yourself. Oh, man who wore KK hood at California grocery store may be charged with a hate crime. When creativity goes totally wrong and bites you in your ass. He probably didn't have any more masks. I just thought I'd share this. Y'all gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that was creative, I must say. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what hood he was in. All right. In the clamor to reopen businesses, many black people feel overlooked. Excellent point. Let's see how fast this computer works. This is from the dispatch.com, and since I have subscribed, that means subscribe now. The hell? Oh, this is a new computer. Navigating the unknown. News you can trust. Subscribe now. I am subscribed. Let's just log me in. Stop tripping. Log in Gye-Nyame Journey, my friend. I might not put it on the Gye-Nyame Journey. We ain't gonna do that on here. I'll do that later on. Let's go. Come on, man. Get out the way. There we go. All right. So, many African Americans are watching protests calling for easing restrictions meant to slow the spread of the new coronavirus. See them as one more example of their health, their safety, and their rights just don't seem to matter. This isn't from Birmingham, Alabama. This is from the Associated Press. Okay, they don't have the author on here. Many African Americans watching protests calling for easing restrictions meant to slow the spread of the new coronavirus see them as one more example of how their health, their safety, and their rights just don't seem to matter. Come on, man. I already got a subscription. I just don't want the world to know my code. All right. To many, it seems that the people protesting, who have been predominantly white, are agitating for reopening because they won't be the ones to suffer the consequences. So far, the facts are proving them right. The consequences of keeping some businesses open have been falling disproportionately on the shoulders of black people and other marginalized groups. There has always been a small white ruling class that has been okay with seeing certain population as disposable, said Latasha Brown, founder of the Black Voter Matter Fund, a power building organization based in the South. The pandemic has highlighted and often deepened gaping inequalities around the world. Let me see. I need to.
Stop! Yo! Something tells me to kill him dead up in this piece. Angry frustrations I shall release, cause I'm about to let loose the beast. Ha! Hear ye, all you asshole MCs. It's time to throw a party for it's the doomsday. If your leader, Captain Ass Crack. If you want protection, play the rear. No man in this world I fear. My sound beats down for your protection. I advise you wear headgear. I spilled the beans on Bruce Wayne, known as Batman. Cape no crusader, just your average.
I'm back. There's always been a small, the pandemic is highlighted and often deepened, gaping inequality, The pandemic has highlighted and often deepened gaping inequalities in the United States and around the world. We notice black people are dying in disproportionate numbers from COVID-19 in the United States. People of color are especially exposed. Do you notice how they do that a lot? They go from black people, they throw in people of color, and then by that time it's all mixed up by the end. So you kind of the point or the aim is kind of spread out after you get done reading. Black people are dying in disproportionate numbers from COVID-19 in the United States. People of color are especially exposed because they are more likely to hold many of the jobs that were deemed essential. And as the reopening starts, they are likely to be among those whose workplaces open first. For instance, in New York City, the epicenter of the U.S. outbreak, black people make up just under 25% of the population, but more than 40% of the public transit workers. Delmont Jefferson, a black public health professional in Atlanta, said African Americans and other people of color want to mitigate the economic damage as much as anyone else, especially since those are among the ones who are suffering the most from the downturn. But they don't want to return at all costs, he said. All right, but you gonna finish reading that. I mean, that ain't nothing new to us on Gye-Nyame Journey. We already knew that here. We discussed that, right? We discussed that. Rob Portman protests outside Dr. Amy Acton's home are over the line. So, you know, we got, of course, a lot of white people lining up at Miss Amy Acton's home for the shutdown. I mean, it's just like these motherfuckers, they get upset and they do shit. You know what I'm saying? And there are absolutely there's no consequences for these motherfuckers acting up. You understand what I'm saying? They could just lie. I mean, they could rush downtown, have guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers need to be checked. I'm just letting y'all know. Listen. You got to know. You got to know when you're dealing with a snake. Can't be mad at a snake for being a snake. But you can set up consequences for a snake being a snake in the wrong goddamn place. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Now, so this one is out of order. So let me go down here to this one first. I don't eat pig, but this is a possible sign of things to come. Supply chain issues means too many hogs, but not enough pork. I don't eat pork, but I understand that this is not just speaking about pork. This is speaking about meat, which can affect other things in our food chain, right? Now, they got the supply chain is broke. They got too many pigs. They can't get them where they need to go, right? And then right after that, this article popped up on my timeline. Where's the beef? Because of shortage, not at some Wendy's restaurants. You know what I'm saying? This shit is getting real. And I think it might take one of y'all pulling up to Wendy's and ordering you a hamburger. And the motherfucker say, we ain't got no beef. Would you prefer a chicken sandwich or a veggie sandwich? For this shit to really be serious for you. Right? I hope that ain't what it takes. A Wendy's, you want a Wendy's double burger or whatever the fuck it is. And they tell, well, we can only get one patty per customer. Then maybe some of y'all will start listening. This shit is very serious. Then you got a president that's scheming on going to war so that he can stay in office. Come on, man. Great Pumpkin ain't playing. Pig farmers ain't playing. Wendy's ain't playing. Guess who playing? Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, one option for schools in the fall is a 2 days in person. I can hear some parents cussing all the way here, right? Goddamn, right? One option. This is only one option, right? But let's go out because I want to read this to you, and I want to let y'all know because this next article that's gonna pop up is gonna let y'all know that things are changing. In fact, the change is here, right? I want y'all to understand how much money is spent on education, right? And how much time is wasted on. Listen, let me just say this. Education, and some of y'all get mad at me, but education is not guaranteed to you in the Constitution. I'm just saying it to you, right? I want to get you ready for when you be talking about that's against my rights. No, sir. No, Lord. No. Because something is about to happen. I want to make sure that y'all up on the skinny. All right. I see my picture in there is too big, so I'm going to go back and fix that. All right. That's much too big. This is from Columbus. This is from the Columbus Dispatch. This is by Jessie Balmert, and she works for the Cincinnati Enquirer. When students return to the classroom this fall, school could look very different. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine said Tuesday that schools were considering different options for keeping students apart and limit the spread of the novel coronavirus, or whatever is going to be the new virus of the month. I'm just saying, whatever is out there, something else. For some reason, I'm feeling that this corona shit is the tip of the spear. But that's me. One scenario, some students will attend classes in person for 2 days, then another group will attend in-person classes on 2 different days. Now, that would be smart. Except, we got all these kids coming. We got one teacher. That teacher is going to be there for that next group that come in the following 2 days. So if that teacher gets sick, oh boy. I mean, it sounds good. I'm just letting y'all know the possibilities, right? Because we know a kid could walk in and not even have any symptoms and be like, hi, Miss Betty. Give Miss Betty a hug. Come on now, you know you can't touch me without your gloves and your mask. I don't know if I want my kids participating in a place where they got. I don't even like this mask shit. I don't even feel safe wearing the mask. I'm just saying. I mean, people like, I'm wearing the mask now when I go out, especially when I got to do stuff for work. But the issue is, people don't understand, man. I just don't feel comfortable wearing a mask. Walking up into a goddamn store with a mask on. And I know everybody doing it. I know. Yeah. Everybody was jogging too, but we got an article in here about somebody being murdered jogging while black. So I'm not really for the mask thing. I'm not feeling safe with the mask thing. So there needs to be a lot of changes before Brother Hatim feels safe with the mask. So what I think I'm going to do with this, because a lot of news is down here, I'm going to move my, okay, all right. I'm not saying that's where we end up, DeWine said. My recommendation to schools is to look at different options, come up with what is unique to you. Although Ohio Department of Education has a working group looking at different alternatives to keep students safe, ranging from building configuration to busing and scheduling. How many of y'all got babies? If you got babies, how many of y'all got babies with 25 to 30 people in their classroom? Just where all these kids gonna go? So are they gonna split? I mean, come on now. All right, but hey, education about to change, because let's see what else was in the news. What else was in the news? Hold on. Where we at? Right there. Right there.
Stop! Yo! Something tells me to kill him dead up in this piece. Angry frustrations I shall release, cause I'm about to let loose the beast. Ha! Hear ye, all you asshole MCs. It's time to throw a party for it's the doomsday of your leader, Captain Ass Crack. If you want protection, play the rear. No man in this world.
DeWine canceled in-person classes through the end of the school year, leaving teachers to educate students online and with take-home packets. The class of 2020 had to forego normal graduation ceremonies. I think everyone would like to see school back in session in August, DeWine said. On Tuesday, DeWine announced, listen, the $355 million cut to schools, budgets, and other education programs as part of the efforts to plug a nearly $777 million shortfall in the state's budgets. In the state's budget. So, family, like I said, your kids may be home for quite a while. Coronavirus. But anyway, let's move on. Don't want to open too many windows. I don't want nothing to crash on me. Let me make sure this is it's still working. We streaming. Please take a look and ask questions. How will this affect me? And come on now. Come on, those of you that's been listening to Gye-Nyame. How will this affect me and my group? Right. How will this affect ADOS? How will this affect? Then, you can move out to all the other groups. But first, you got to start at home. How's it going to affect me? How is it going to affect my group? How's it going to affect everybody else? Right? But you always focus on what hits you directly. Because you can't help nobody if you drowning. If I'm drowning, I can't save my child. We both going to die. This don't make no sense. Right? Stay funding. See details on cuts for Franklin County's district. Go ahead, y'all look at it. It's serious. That's a lot of dough. Now, this from the Washington Post. We got a subscription here too. I'm going to have to sign in. I ain't signing in right now. Get 1 year for $29. That's pretty good. Listen to this, man. Trump orders to paint border walls black. Could drive up costs $500 million or more dollars. Do you know why Trump wants to paint the wall black? All right. I feel that we have to read why this man want to paint this wall black. The president's, I'm on this right here. Right, see my marker? The president, the great punk's determination to have the steel bollards coated in black has fluctuated during the past several years, and military commanders and border officials believed as recently as last fall that they had finally talked him out of it. They considered the black paint unnecessary, costly, and significant long-term maintenance burden, and they left it out of the original U.S. Custom and Border Protection design specification. Trump has not let the idea go, insisting that the dark color will enhance its forbidding appearance and leave the steel too hot to touch during summer months. During a border wall meeting. Now, let me say this. This man, first off, can't have any scientists around him and really do not understand hunger and desire for anything outside of his comforts, because he never had to be hungry. He never had to actually super struggle, I don't believe, to create a dream. You know what I'm saying? He had an idea and he was able to put money behind the ideas, but it's a different mind state of a person that whose life is on the line. You can't go bankrupt. You can't just go to court and cancel this shit once it's popping off. And then on top of that, can somebody tell this motherfucker that they make gloves in Mexico? He don't think they make gloves in Mexico? You know what I'm saying? Or a motherfucker ain't smart enough to take off a shirt and wrap it around his hands if it's that hot? I mean, does it get that goddamn hot? He can't have no scientists around him. I'm just saying. You know, that's the great pumpkin. The great pumpkin. Hispanics are almost twice as likely as whites to have lost their job amidst the pandemic. I think they might be citing New York. 20% Hispanic, 16% black, 11% white have lost their job. But we need to see how that translate. Okay. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna figure out how to mute all this. Mute, pay. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's the word of the day, proxemics. All right, I'm gonna figure that out, but we ain't gonna be able to figure it out right now. Don't start that shit. All right, here we go. So this is the last message. Tawi Family Village, please join us per Ankh, Sunday, May 10th. Gotta do push-ups. Imani, May 10th, 2020 at 11:30 a.m. as we discuss Malcolm X with an intergenerational panel. We got Baba Mariba Kelsey, Elder Clifford Bowie. We got Nation Builder Hatem, Nation Builder Kwame Keechler, Pre-Warrior Levon Cobb, and I think we're going to have Tykees as well. All right. But anyway, and I don't think Levon is a pre-warrior. I think Levon is a warrior. So, but that's discussion for another time. Now, I will agree. I got to agree with the great pumpkin on this. We might need to build this goddamn wall. Because after looking at this murder hornet kill this goddamn mouse and live to talk about it, we might need a wall to keep, because these motherfuckers is bad. They come over and get the American lifestyle, want the watches and the gold and shit. They're going to be robbing everybody. Right? And they don't call them murder hornets for nothing. So, I don't know if I want to show this on here. But you going to look at how this, I can't even say this little hornet beat the life out of this mouse. And you know, I was like, I don't even like mice. But I felt sorry for this motherfucker. I was like, good God almighty. It was going for his ball. I mean, they don't fight fair. So, we might have to build a wall. If it's going to keep these motherfuckers out, we might have to just go on and do that. New York Times, new coronavirus threat to children. A new coronavirus threat to children. It said it twice. Three times, a new coronavirus threat to children. So children are popping up with different, in certain places, children are popping up with different symptoms. Go and check it out for yourself. And I think we're gonna call it a day today. I want to thank y'all for joining us, family. I want to remind you. Well, let's get off of this page first. Let's get off this page before I start reminding you of stuff, right? I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know, this is the Daily Toast. We have toasted, right? We have toasted. We've done our damn thing. And I just want you to know that this is a Heart of a Simple production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Family, we are out.